Hey, good morning. It's Fort Worth Playboy, and welcome to Fort Worth Playboy's question of the day. It is May 21st, 2024, and I'm glad you're here. What do we talk about on question of the day is the same thing that we talk about on the morning show, which is game, pickup, relationships, and sex. And I try to answer the most common questions that I get um, from viewers that I've collected over the last 5 to 7 years. And just like with a website or with any subject matter, you have FAQs, you have frequently asked questions. And since this is the inception of this a couple of weeks ago, we are still hitting the most frequently asked questions. Then over time, we'll go into more in-depth problem solving on a case-by-case basis, once we lay down a foundation, just like we're going to do today, which is the most basic of all basic training, which is the question of the day is, where do I go to meet women? And the key is here, because there's such a vast difference between people and men and what they enjoy, that, they have the gym and they have their hobbies, they have video gaming, they have their job, they may be offshore, working on an oil rig for 2 weeks in their home for 2 weeks, or they literally work at an office 5 blocks from their home. There's so many variations, to where you are, and it will change over time. So the where you meet women has to be universal. And what I tell guys, the first rule of game is to say hi to every attractive woman you see. And that is the foundation of where do I go to meet women. You say hi to every attractive woman you see, because you want to take yourself from being kind of introverted perhaps, or not comfortable or not practiced talking to women, to becoming very comfortable with women. And think of this as just any skill that you learn in game is the same as going to the gym. You have to have consistency. And the more reps and the more sets you can get in, the faster you'll get to where you want to be. So when it comes to saying hi to women, again, don't start trying to press 500 pounds. It's going to crush you. So don't try to get her phone number from the very first conversation you ever have with girls if you've never done this. Get used to, for a couple of weeks, maybe a month, just saying hi to every attractive woman that comes within your vicinity. And I used to say every woman. These guys that get all on they'd be like, I don't like talking. They weird out. So I convey that if you think she's unattractive, then ignore her. But if you find women, and don't be picky, just go, a 5 or above. Get used to it. What you want is consistency and lots of practice, because what you're looking at is making this automatic. And that is where the power comes from, because you make it automatic and you start seeing, it's kind of like when you want to buy a white Toyota 4Runner. You start getting into your head, I really want a white Toyota 4Runner. And you start seeing them everywhere. There's a part of your brain that starts looking for this, the reticular activating cortex, that starts spotting things that are on your mind. And when you say, I'm going to say hi to every attractive woman I see, and you start doing this, you will see more attractive women within your periphery. You start meeting attractive women at work, on your way to work, at the QT, wherever you're at. Again, you can't go to work. You can't wake up, go to work, come home, work out at your home gym, and then sit and play video games, and then get up in the morning and go to work. The chance of you meeting someone is small. You have to actually get out and be places and do things. And that comes down to where you're at. But when you're there, I've seen guys go to bars for years, decades on end, and all they do is drink with their buddies, and they actually reach out to me. They're like, yeah, I'm 32. I said, well, what have you been doing the last 10 years? They go, well, basically developing my alcoholism. I go out, but I'm always just hanging out with my friends. And so I never really talk to women. You have to develop the habit of saying hi, speaking. Start with hi, develop into small talk, have one or two or three lines, that you open with. You get better at this. You become more comfortable with this over time. And then you can transition into, if you see it has potential, you can get her number, you can set up a date, you can do a same day date. It just depends on your path of development, but it all starts with saying hi to every attractive woman you meet. And the second thing that this does, and it's kind of subtle, but it's very important, is one of the principles, one of the actually commandments of Poon through Chateau Heurtise is to ignore her beauty. And what this does is it gets you, it lessens your reaction to beautiful women. When you're around beautiful women and you're used to speaking to beautiful women and having conversations with beautiful women and talking to them and being their friends, you lose that nervousness of being around beautiful women. You stop seeing that. You're able to ignore that, and that makes you more attractive to them. Again, it's a subtle change, and you have to kind of focus your eye on it. But again, it's why like bartenders and like personal trainers and men who deal with attractive women all the time, you are more relaxed in their company, or be it social or casual or personal, because you're used to it. And it makes them more comfortable too. So this comes through exposure. And again, just like saying hi to every woman you see, just like training, consistency and getting in as many sets and reps as possible each day. Again, consistency pays off. You can't do this one day and then like not say hi to anyone, or, even look around and you're always looking at your phone or your shoes every day. And the other thing that does help here is put your phone in your pocket. Don't carry it around in your hand as a man. It's phones, texting, social media. These are all very feminine things. And there's nothing less attractive than a man that's like this. So you have to keep your head up, be aware of threats, have some self-awareness, have situational awareness, and also it makes you, able to spot attractive women who are coming within your range. And everybody benefits of you not having your head buried in your phone looking like a teenage girl. Instead, you're aware and you know what's going on around you and you're alert. So that's the real deal. Again, the where do you meet women is everywhere when you have the right skill set. And you start building that skill set by saying hi to every woman that comes within your range, every attractive woman that you see. Hey, how's it going? You start seeing attractive women everywhere, and they'll start seeing you. That's important too. So if you like this, this is foundational. Let's see if I can get this screen up on the first try. Good. First try. This is number one in basic training 1 and 2, the basics of game and dating etiquette. Again, if you're a beginner or intermediate that wants to become advanced, this is where you begin. Basic training, laying down a foundation. Just kind of like in the military, if you've never been in the military, you have to go to basic training. You have to lay down a foundation. Every skill after that is built upon that. If you've had a break in training, if you've had a break in service of a certain time, 5 years, 10 years, you have to go back to basic training and start over. You're not treated the same, but they want to brush up on the basic skills to make sure that nothing's changed, nothing's diminished. You're sharp on the basics, because that's foundational. You always have to have the basics if you want to. So if you're a beginner or you're intermediate and you may not have as good a base as you think you do, basic training 1 and 2, the basics of game and dating and etiquette, you can find that at FortWorthPlayboy.Gumroad, basic training 1 and 2. And they're in a bundle for one price. You knock off it's like half price if you get both books together, which I recommend. I wrote one, realized we had more to talk about, and I covered that in book 2. And this is like Bunny's, one of her favorite sets it just works. And it's 100 tips, tricks, concepts, strategies, tactics to help you build a foundation to be more attractive to women and attract more women to you. So where can you meet women? They're everywhere. They're everywhere around you. And once you start saying hi to more women will come into your life. You'll be more aware. You'll see there's more attractive women around you than you realize. And I hope that answers your question. It's a good way to start it. And that's how you move forward and make some progress. If you guys like it, share it. Visit the website, fortworthplayboy.gumroad.com, and financially support this channel. And we hope you guys have a great day.